Hey everyone, Will here with my flea market finds for August 26, 2018. A few neat things to show you this week. Not a whole lot of stuff, but a few interesting things. There's a chicken in the background in case you're wondering. Let me show you what I got. First up, huge lot. Video games is a little bit not something I normally shoot for. Don't have a ton of knowledge about them, but seems like a pretty cheap price. They were $30 for this box, $30 for this box. I pulled some out here. Got both boxes for $50. I know when it comes to these video games that you want to stay away from the common stuff like combat. Every Atari came with a combat cartridge, but some pretty different ones that I've never seen before. Hopefully one of these will do well. So we'll go through them. I'm not going to test them. I'm just going to put them out. Probably put them in some lots unless something is pretty valuable. Then we'll go from there. Love the jacket. Again, just like video games, not something I really look for. I'm not a clothing person. I really don't like dealing in it. But when something like this comes along, it just screams quality with the embroidering, and it's completely reversible. Really like that. And that was 15 bucks, all silk. Seems like it should do well. Great shape. Looks like it was never worn. Got a bunch of books. Leaves of Gold prayer book from 1937. Here's a pottery festival from 1967. Original price was $1. Kind of pricey for 1967. Just a bunch of others. These were only $2 a piece. Some of them aren't going to do that well. Others will probably do better. Bookkeeping, multiplying your income through how to sell life insurance. So probably some life insurance salesmen will probably like this sitting up on their shelf. Something in here. I remember seeing something in here, but wives don't like life insurance, but widows do. Checkers from, let's see, mosquitoes are coming out today. I never thought somebody would write an entire book about checkers. I don't see a date. Most of these were early 1900s. And a thing on Norton abrasives, whole book on Norton abrasives. There's a Treasure Island for $2. Alice in Wonderland, pretty neat. It's a cicada in the background. Let's see if I can find a date on this. Nope, no date. This one's pretty neat. Little Lulu. Love the inscription. For Sandy? S-A-N. Not sure. From Jack Taylor, Esquire. Christmas, 97. I'm going to assume that's 1897. Earthly Watchers. Books on religion can be do very well. 1886 copyright. First aid textbook. What I liked about this one was from a CCC camp, Civilian Conservation Corps. A little prayer book here. This is probably the oldest one of the bunch. Really well made. It's been carried around for quite some time. 1835. How about that? Closing in on 200 years old. First aid book and practical plumbing. This is from 1902. I would guess that probably not much has changed between the plumbing and first aid. Modernized a little bit, but pretty much, you know, it all works the same still. Take a look at this. This could be interesting. I haven't looked at it. It said $10 for the whole lot. I just bought the whole lot. Haven't even looked at it, but it could be interesting. Take a look. What caught my eye was that it was from the United States Senate. And then the next one in is from the White House. Pretty cool. 1965. Another one from the White House, 1968. National Park Service, 1966. So, all from D.C. Here's another one from the Senate. Another one from the White House. House of Representatives. A lot of interesting stuff just based on the addresses. So hopefully we'll get something that covers an interesting topic, or maybe even a autograph or something that we could use. So it's a lot like the books. Only $2 a piece. What's worse can happen? You're not going to sell the book. This $10, it's worth it. Worth taking a chance. Got a manure, $15. That's an easy $60 manure, maybe more. Motorcycle, something I don't know anything about, but it's a V-twin. Looks in good shape, and it was only $8. Got that. Piece of green pottery. Pretty interesting. Definitely got some age to it. I'm a sucker for green pottery. Only $8 on that too. I'll probably keep that for myself. And notes. I love notes. You pick up a rock, and if you put an interesting enough note with it, I'll buy it. So got a piece of glass, and you can see that it's got these weird squiggly lines through it. And the note says, piece of glass was used in an experiment in the electrical laboratory at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology to show the relative insulating value of glass in turpentine. It was suspended in air and brought into contact with the electrodes of a 50,000 volt electrical generator. Spark passed through the glass from positive to negative, showing that air was a better conductor of electricity than glass. Glass was then immersed in turpentine and then brought in contact. So the feathery streak is the path the current made passing through the glass. That's just cool. That's a pretty thick piece of glass. It's 50,000 volts. It's not something you want to mess with. My wife got a big brass Christmas tree. My kids start back school next week. Hard to believe. My oldest is starting high school. Christmas will be here before we know it. Some old pinups. I love the old pinups. There's one old Judge magazine from 1926. Guy Hoff, the artist, well known. Here's another one, Ruth Eastman, very collectible. The First Woman's Club. And here's one here. It just says another one by Ruth Eastman. It's a shopping number, Judge. From all from the same 1920s. They were 15 a piece. Magazines are becoming more collectible now. People are starting to see them more as art, and they should. I like these old magazines. This was quite a surprise. This is probably the best piece of the lot. So here's a jockey on a ashtray made by Hall. Now, it needs to be tightened up a little bit. So take a look at some of these prices. $13.50. 21 Club Jockey Hall ashtray, $7.50. Now there's quite a spread on these prices, so I would throw out those higher ones, but looks pretty interesting. I mean, here's one $265, 220, 200, 175, 165. So not sure what I'm going to get, but it's going to be a lot more than what I paid. 20 bucks. There's a holster hanger from 1922. This belt went through here and attached to the holster to drop it down a little bit. Paid $2 for that, and that's actually going to bring about 25 bucks. Little bit of jewelry this week, nothing much. I did have a booklet with this. This is a piece of Heidi Doss. Wasn't that long ago. I didn't know anything about Heidi Doss, but I've sold a few of her pieces. They bring good money. I paid $45 for this, and that should bring over 100, probably 125. This is a piece of Judith Ripka, something that sells very well. She got some nice quality things. I paid $25 for that. That's an easy, probably $85 piece. Little pen, only $5 because it's alpaca silver. Alpaca is, as opposed to sterling, alpaca's got a lot of nickel in it. But they did a great job of the inlay on this piece. I think it should at least a $30 piece right there. And a Knights of Hyathus. Love the skull in the middle of it. That was $12. Death set. Not a big fan of it, but my wife liked it. Love the perpetual calendar. Really different from any other perpetual calendars in that you just slide this, depending on when the first is, you just line it up with the day and the calendar adjusts. Pretty cool. So 20 on that lot. Pair of suspenders for $3, still new in the box. A air pump. This was sold to me as a tire pump. Love the handle. To me, the handle makes it. I mean, look at that. The wear, the patina on the wood. It's just cool looking. Nice copper cylinder pump. Marked. What is it marked? Cleveland Faucet Company. Built like a tank. The piece coming up the back here is cast iron. This is all copper. Big old hunk of wood on the bottom. It doesn't work. It's probably got a leather washer in there or something. probably look around the internet and find a kit to rebuild this. But it's not a tire pump. It's a to pressurize a beer keg. So I think it's going to sell pretty good. That was 23. Last piece to show you. It's a paper towel dispenser. Top has seen better days, but really, it's a neat piece. I think somebody would take this today and put it in their bathroom to use. You get the little the towels to pull out one at a time. I think somebody's going to look at it. Only $8 on that. So there we go. Keep an eye on my store, Terminal 99, which is where most of the stuff will be appearing over next week. So till next time, this is Will, Yard Sales Survivalist, and we'll talk again soon.